Today we'll be looking at even more Mario Kart shortcuts. I swear every time I post a shortcut, there's already an updated version of it a couple days later. So I'll be covering 3 more shortcuts, in which one of them is an updated version of Guy Bazaar and the return of Bowser's Castle. The old Guy Bazaar isn't exactly faster, but this new shortcut is kinda crazy. Out with the old and in with the new, the Guy Bazaar shortcut guide I made a while ago wasn't actually that much faster. But this one is insane. So here is the updated version of the shortcut. After getting on both of these rails, either at the start or during the race, you need to trick as soon as you get to the fire. Right here, don't do anything and just hold a hard right. As soon as you land here, get off and align yourself to land on the next rail. Now here's the hard part. Start drifting and then cancel your drift with the charge jump when you get to the red carpet. Aim for this arrow and perform 2 back tricks or forward. If you can though, the most optimal way to do this is replace the second back trick with a side trick to the right. The reason you want to do 2 tricks is so that you keep the speed after hitting the small wall, because you'll still be in the tricking animation. If you don't do this, you'll just end up hitting the wall and slowing down drastically. Sometimes you won't be able to perform 2 tricks, and that means you're too close to the wall when doing the jump. This is one of my favorite tracks to race on by far, and there are actually 2 additional shortcuts to do right after this one. But technically, you can bunch them up together and say it's just one huge shortcut. So here is how it goes. After the tunnel, aim for this part and ride on the side of the track. Once you get to the little edge, that's when you want to spam as many tricks to the right as possible. When you land, align yourself with this pole for the second part. Trick off of the ramp and hit the right side of the pole. Land on the side of the track again and instantly do a trick to the left and hold right as you're riding back on the track. This one is pretty hard to do, for the second part at least. What I usually do is wait until I know both of my wheels are touching the side of the track, and then I do a trick. The rating is obviously a hard rating, so I suggest practicing this one before going for it online. But if you can pull it off, both of these together give you a pretty decent lead over the other racers. We have our last track of the day, and this is a very simple, easy, and not too flashy shortcut on Faraway Oasis. Without wasting any more time, here's how to perform the shortcut. After this big ramp, you want to trick onto the rail, on the sign, then back onto the rail. This will allow you to maintain as much speed as possible. Once you get to this square, you can trick to the left and stay on the rail for another mini turbo boost. If you do it any earlier or later, you'll just fall off. Trick off of the rail and then wait until you get close enough to the other one and bounce out of the water to get on top of the rail. When you get to the little ramp, you can neutral trick for another speed boost, and as soon as you get to this wooden part, that's when you get off the rail and complete the shortcut. Once you get the hang of it, this is a ridiculously easy shortcut to do. So you should definitely go for this every chance you get. But if you have a couple mushrooms, I think taking the lower path is slightly faster. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. If you watched till the end, thank you. and I'll see you all later.